As we are all aware, this brings us to the end of the nomination process. We started from the 30th of October and ended yesterday, the 5th of November. And today, following the public scrutiny, the chairman have come up with decisions on the various nomination papers, which he will be presenting to the members of the press here present. And actually, I would say this is only a press briefing. So the chairman will deliver the statement, and this then will close the session. So on that note, I would like to invite the chairman to present his statement to members of the press. Thank you. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir. Following the successful completion of the nomination of candidates for the contest of the presidential election of 4th December 2021, and after a thorough and careful of all the nomination papers submitted to the Electoral Commission by the various aspirants, I hereby give the outcome of the nomination of candidates as follows. Cancellations. 1. Matthew Gomez, Independent. GFA, APP, Professor MDRC, Independent, and Modiba, Independent. Disqualified candidates. 1. Joseph Henry Juf, Independent. He did not comply with Section 42(2)A of the Elections Act 2009 in the sense that he submitted support of nomination by registered voters on notebooks and not on the legally prescribed form. In some other areas, where he submitted support of nomination by registered voters on legally prescribed form, he submitted the support of nominations by less than 200 registered voters as opposed to the legal requirement that the candidate for election to the office of President shall be nominated in the prescribed form, Part 1A of the 4th schedule by not less than 5,000 voters whose names appeared in the register of voters, with at least 200 voters being drawn from each administrative area. Joseph Henry Juf nomination is hereby rejected in accordance with Section 47(1) of the Elections Act. 2. Mary Soak, Independent. She failed on 42(2)A, being that she did not submit the legally required number of support to nomination by registered voters. She did not fulfill the requirements contained in Section 42(3) that every nomination under Section 2 shall be subscribed by the candidate, who shall make the declaration contained in the relevant form and by the person nominated for him or her. She did not submit a signed code of conduct ethics as per Section 92(2) of the Elections Act. She did not submit the assets declaration form as per Section 42(7) of the Elections Act. Mary Stokes' nomination is hereby rejected in accordance with Section 47(1) of the Elections Act. Number 3, Alhaji Mari Kurang, Independent. He submitted nomination forms in the name of an unregistered political party, namely GYC Change. He did not comply with 42(2)A, being that he did not submit the legally required number of support to nomination by registered voters. Alhaji Mari Kurang's nomination is hereby rejected in accordance with Section 47(1) of the Elections Act. 4. Ibrahim Atawo Romane, Independent. He submitted symbol in the name of an unregistered political party, PAP. He did not comply with Section 47(1) of the Elections Act. 5. Mamoduba, independent. He did not comply with Section 42(2)(a) in the sense that he submitted support of nominations by less than 5,000 registered voters only from West Coast region and none from other administrative areas. Mamoduba's nomination is hereby rejected in accordance with Section 47(1) of the Elections Act. 6. Bankole Yao Yoyo Ahadse. He did not comply with Section 42(2)(a), being that he submitted support nomination by less than 200 registered voters from some administrative areas. Bankole Yao Yoyo Ahadse's nomination is hereby rejected in accordance with Section 47(1) of the Elections Act. 7. ANRD Lamin Satu Bojang. He did not comply with Section 42(2)(a) in the sense that he submitted support of nomination by less than 5,000 registered voters. Lamin Satu Bojang's nomination is hereby rejected in accordance with Section 47(1)(a) of the Act. 8. DMC My Ahmed Fati. He has not complied with Section 42(2)(a), being that in Banjul administrative area, he submitted the support of nomination by less than 200 registered voters, as opposed to legal requirement that the candidate for election to the office of President shall be nominated in the prescribed Form 1A, Form 1 Part A of the first schedule by less than 5,000 voters whose names appear in the register of voters with at least 200 voters from each administrative area. My Ahmed Fati's nomination is hereby rejected in accordance with Section 47(1) of the Elections Act. 9. Muhammad K.S. Kamara, independent. He did not comply with Section 42(2)(a), being that he submitted support of nomination by less than 5,000 registered voters. He did not comply with Section 42(3) of the Elections Act, that he did not submit a declaration contained in the relevant form. He did not comply with Section 42(7) of the Elections Act, that he did not submit his assets declaration on a legally presented form. He did not submit his code of campaign ethics and thus not complying with Section 92(2) of Elections Act. Member K.S. Kamara's nomination is hereby rejected in accordance with Section 47(1) of the Elections Act. 10. CA Ismail Sise. He has not complied with Section 42(2)(a) in that in Banjul administrative area, he submitted the support of nomination of less than 200 registered voters, as opposed to the legal requirement that the candidate for election of the office of President shall be nominated in the prescribed Form 1 Part A of the first schedule by not less than 5,000 voters whose names appear in the register of voters with at least 200 voters from each administrative area. Ismail Sise's nomination is hereby rejected in accordance with Section 47(1) of the Elections Act. 11. Gano, JNU. Sheikh Tijan Haidara. He has not complied with Section 42(2)(a), being that in Banjul administrative area and Mantakong area, he submitted the support of nomination by less than 200 registered voters respectively, as opposed to the legal requirement that the candidate for the election of the office of the President shall be nominated in the prescribed Form 1 Part A of the fourth schedule by not less than 5,000 voters whose name appear in the register of voters with at least 200 voters from each administrative area. Sheikh Haidara's nomination is hereby rejected in accordance with Section 47(1) of the Elections Act. 12. GAP Aliu Sow. The nomination of Aliu Sow is hereby nullified by the Independent Electoral Commission due to the fact that forgery has been detected on the support nomination form. This is classified as an offense in Section 112A of the Elections Act. Aliu Mustapha's nomination is hereby rejected in accordance with Section 47(1) of the Elections Act. 13. Sheikh Matar Nyang, independent. He did not comply with Section 42(2)A in the sense that he submitted support of nomination by less than 5,000 registered voters as opposed to the legally required number. Sheikh Matar Nyang's nomination is hereby rejected in accordance with Section 47(1) of the Elections Act. 14. Papa Fall, independent. He has not complied with Section 42(2)A of the Elections Act, being that in Mansakungu administrative area, he submitted the support of nomination by less than 200 registered voters, as opposed to the legal requirement that the candidate for the election of the office of President shall be nominated in the prescribed form 1, Part A of the 4th schedule by not less than 5,000 voters whose names appear in the register of voters, with at least 200 voters from each administrative area. Papa's nomination is hereby rejected in accordance with Section 47(1) of the Elections Act. 15. DP Yusufa A. Dumbuya. He has not complied with Section 42(2)A, being that he submitted the support of nomination by less than 5,000 registered voters as opposed to the legally prescribed number of at least 5,000 registered voters. Yusufa A. Dumbuya's nomination is hereby rejected in accordance with Section 47(1) of the Elections Act. And now those qualified to contest the elections come 4th December. 1. E.N.M. Seydou Dabo, duly nominated. E.N.M. Seydou Dabo's nomination is hereby accepted in accordance with Section 46 of the Elections Act. 2. GDC Mama Kande. Mama Kande's nomination is hereby accepted in accordance with Section 46(1) of the Elections Act. 3. Doi, UDYS, Halifa Babukar Sallah, duly nominated. Halifa Babukar Salah's nomination is hereby accepted in accordance with Section 46(1) of the Elections Act. 4. NPP Adama Barrow, duly nominated. Adama Barrow's nomination is hereby accepted in accordance with Section 46(1) of the Elections Act. 5. Esambai Fall, independent, duly nominated. Esambai Fall's nomination is hereby accepted in accordance with Section 46(1) of the Elections Act. And 6. NUP Abdullah Ibrahim Jami, duly nominated. Abdullah Ibrahim Jami's nomination is hereby accepted in accordance with Section 46(1) of the Elections Act. Well, this is it. Thank you all very much. Thank you for your attendance.
Okay, thank you very much. This brings an end to this press briefing. Thank you. Bye-bye.